guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and I did make a video the other day about what just exactly was going on with Tom King, the rumors and everything that we had perceived would happen, or hoped in some cases, but we actually got some news straight from DC to what actually is going to happen, and I kind of want to talk about the situation with creators and the negativity surrounding them, and especially in writers like Tom King that seem to inspire a lot of passion with the consumers. So let's talk news first. The City of Bane will conclude at 85, and he will be off of Batman. That is not new news. What is new news is that we are getting a Catwoman and Batman 12 mini-series issue starting, I think, in January 2020. Yeah, and it's going to be monthly, and Batman is going to go down to monthly. So we are going to see still 2 Batman titles a month, just 2 different types. One will be from Tom King. The other creator has not been announced. I am curious to see who it is. I would love to see a great writer on it. I would love to see a Sean Gordon Murphy, a Brian Edward Hill, though I think Sean's already said that he has no titles, no Batman titles other than just his White Knight. So I am curious to see what we are going to see. We're still going to get, obviously, Detective Comics, Catwoman, Nightwing, Batgirl, all of those titles still monthly, which is great. Like, there is a lot of great Bat material within DC. You can literally read just those a month and be happy with what you get. There is an interview with Tom King that I want to talk about. He says, "We're making changes to our comic book publishing line to set DC up for continued success. We're starting with our best-selling Batman comic after City of Bane wraps up in December. City of Bane is an incredible storyline with an integral part of our overall Year of the Villain campaign, and the new Tom King Clay Bat-Cat series in 2020 fills the gap of the Batman being shipped monthly," which is fine. Like, we're going to get, art by Tony Daniels and some of the other things when we get to see this wrap-up. It's kind of short wrap-up. It's 20 issues short, but I am curious to see what they're going to do with it because I haven't been exactly happy with the way things are going. And, of course, you're getting kind of that despair that you feel in Batman when you read the title. So you're not happy with what you read, but you still want to know how far he's going to take Batman down before he builds him up. And a lot of people, you know what, we'll get into that in a minute. Batman and Catwoman is a chance to do what Morrison and Quitely did in Batman and Robin. Watch an ambitious, accessible, beautiful, thrilling new series that concludes years of stories and define what Batman is, can, and will be, said Tom King. It will be in the comic about the best Batman comics have always been about how our greatest hero turns fear into bravery, pain, hope, trauma into love. It's a story I always wanted to tell, and I'm telling it with the man I consider to be the greatest artist in comics, Clayman. And I would have to agree that he is definitely top 5. I love that they're such a good team together. I love that they work so well together. I can't say enough good things about Clayman's art. He turns any story that you read with him on it worth buying. His art is, like, just as Batgirl alone in Heroes in Crisis is absolutely stunning. It's tough to leave Batman. It's a gift of joy to be on the book. I'm leaving the work to the biggest, most ambitious project of my career. Comics I get to make about the best collaborators in comics, and that's a gift and a joy too. We're excited for the fans to get more of what they love, with Joelle Jones continuing on Catwoman, which has been really good, a new creative team on Batman, plus titles like Detective Comics, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, Batman and the Outsiders, our Gotham City protectors, and great talent behind them will continue to offer great stories and cater to the taste as many Bat fans as possible for 2020 and beyond. And I think that's great, the way he said it. This almost feels like people jumped the gun. And that's exactly what they did when there was a lot of people saying DC was trolling us. DC was saying he was fired, which they literally never said. They said he was off of Batman. Come on. It is Tom King. There was no way in hell that they were going to fire their flagship writer. I don't care what you think of Batman. It's Tom King. I'm sorry, that wasn't going to happen. And this is where it gets a little clunky because I'm seeing a lot of it. I've seen a lot of people saying a lot of horrible things, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm sick of the negativity and sick of the attacks on creators. Okay, so here is the thing. If you don't like Tom King, I am okay with that. If you don't like his Batman, I'm okay with that. I don't care what creator you don't like. It is okay. You are allowed to have an opinion. Where it crosses the line is when we see some of these people attacking with personal attacks. You see, even, like, I don't even mind. I think it's kind of cringy, but I don't mind the King or the low T stuff. That's fine. Like, you're not kind of wrong about the low T stuff. Like, a lot of that Batman we've seen lately has been very beta malish. But that's not Batman, and he's broken down. And people seem to not realize that at some point there has to be a redemption arc. There has to be us seeing Batman become all of the things he just described him as. Where it crosses a line is when you start with these personal attacks, and people are saying he's not getting death threats. It's Tom King. He got death threats over what he did to Wally West, and we still haven't got 9 or Year of the Villain to see where that is going. I think it's toxic, even though I am not one to even hardly say anything about toxicity, because I am very open with my opinions and very open with what I think. But it's extremely toxic to take something you don't like within Batman and start with the personal attacks. And it could be something very simple. Even I have got them. Something simple about what you don't like about them as a person. What does that have to do with their writing? Literally nothing. So you're getting to a point where you're overdoing it. He wasn't fired. Nobody said he was fired. DC never said that. Saying he is off of Batman was probably their marketing strategy to get people talking. And they did. People got talking extreme amounts, just wondering what was going on. But these absolute attacks on creators are ridiculous, especially, see, now there are two sides of that coin. If the creator within your conversation has attacked you back, has made personal insults, fine, has attacked you as a person, I absolutely think you have the right to defend yourself. But when Tom King posts pictures of his dogs and about his comics, you're kind of going overboard. Like, yeah, he's a person too. He literally does all the same things you do. He literally is no different. So why go to that extreme when it's really, really unneeded? Like, let's just wait and see what happens before making assumptions and personal attacks, and even in some cases, death threats. Like, that was ridiculous. I don't know. I find this all very unnerving just because of the simple fact is maybe he's sitting back there just watching YouTube like you do and getting a personal attack, getting attacked on a daily basis, especially being in the limelight. It's unneeded. Now, there are creators out there, like I said, that have attacked me personally, like Layman or Mags or Heather Antos. There are ones like that have come at me with insults or with just very, very degrading things to say. And I get that. I'm not going to sit back and let somebody talk really nasty to me when I'm just a consumer putting my voice out there to try to help an industry that is kind of not failing. I wouldn't say that, but it's not what it was. It's definitely not what it was when I was a little kid, and I don't think we can ever get back there. But to lay it on so thick to somebody who posts pictures of their dogs is kind of ridiculous. Like, I know I do think at one point he did say something about Comicsgate, and I get that. You're jaded. I get it. But it's not an everyday thing. Like, some of these people, like, it's just drop it. Let's see what happens, and let's go from there. Because if not, this industry will never see Comicsgate as anything but toxic. If you're constantly personally insulting or being rude, you're never going to be seen as anything different than that. That's so silly. Be better. Be a better person than them, and maybe one day we'll see an improvement within the industry. I don't know. I just think this has kind of gotten to a point where people need to reflect and be like, you know what? Let's see. Let's just wait. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.